Well, let's say hello to our guests. Down the line, we have the North Bedfordshire Conservative MP Richard Fuller on the sofa. We have Labour MP for Cambridge, Daniel Zeichner, and on the sofa as well, Pippa Heylings, the Liberal Democrat MP for South Cambridgeshire. Welcome to you all. Now, did the spring statement put a spring in your step? We're going to got lots of opportunities to talk about this. Just to start off with, let's keep it tight and succinct if we can. I want a mark out of 10 and a sentence to say why you've given that mark, OK? So, Richard, let's come to you first. Marks out of 10 for the spring statement and tell us why you're giving it.
4 out of 10, Rachel Reeves has spurned requests to stop putting taxes on hospices, on small businesses, on farmers, and she's going to come back for more taxes later this year.
Labour has made it very clear that boosting the science and technology sector in Cambridge is a key part of its master plan. But here's the question, at what cost? Because it already seems to be creating a new divide in the city, with residents starting to feel pushed out of the place they call home. OK, so, Richard, your constituency, very much at the heart of, this government's plan for growth. Are you excited about that? Do you back this idea?
Well, there are some aspects of that we do think are positive. We're waiting for a big announcement, hopefully about Universal Studios. But we have, I think the key point, listening to Dan and Pippa, is, yes, change is coming, but for people in my constituency, is bringing the people with you, making sure that the services are there for them. And speaking to Paul Bristow, our candidate for mayor in Cambridge from Peterborough, the point I'm trying to make, Amina, is I think politicians really need to be able to demonstrate that their focus is got one eye, yes, on what the growth potential is, but they really have to make sure that the services people rely on are available too.
OK, and actually, I think you both would agree that they had to come along as well. Right. Look, staying with the push for growth, one thing that's become really clear this week is how focused the Chancellor is on new houses. It is a case, actually, of no ifs, no buts. Councils are going to have to build them. And those compulsory targets are expected to bring house building to its highest level for 4 decades. The result, says the government, a £6.8 billion boost to the economy within 5 years. Now, during that period, the target for this region is 258,000 new homes, 29,000 of them in Cambridgeshire and Peterborough, which Daniel and Pippa, I'm sure, will have plenty to say about. It's a big ask, so can the industry deliver? At City College, Norwich, they are training 1,300 construction students this year, and they hope to take on even more next year, if they can find the staff to teach them. Okay, well, Richard, Daniel would say the government is stepping up. It announced £600 million of funding to train up to 60,000 more skilled construction workers. You must welcome that.
Well, what Daniel didn't mention, of course, is that you need to have the businesses there for people to work for once they have those skill sets, and perhaps whilst they're doing their apprenticeships. And the budget has, just coming next month, a very large increase in the tax on jobs, which came in the last budget in October. But I think the general point is, isn't it wonderful to hear demand for people to learn technical skills, not just to do academia? And for too long, we try and make this issue that it's important to have the equivalence between technical skills and academic. Now we're recognising that to grow the economy, we are short of the skills that we need that are technical skills. And anything the government does to increase that, I think we should all welcome. OK,
so that's a well done for the government, is it? Excellent.
That's part of the 4 out of 10.
OK, all right. Not overly generous there. Now, you may remember we adopted a pothole on this programme. How can you forget? We called her Polly. She's in Sawston in Cambridgeshire, and I went out with a team to help repair her. Was repairing them, so we got thinking, we've got the BAFTAs, the Oscars, the Tonys and the Grammys. Why not introduce the Tampies? Look at that. Perfect for any mantelpiece. But I tell you what, rather than getting a gleaming Tampy like this one, if they do well, councils who perform badly will get their funding taken away. The PM made the announcement at a car mechanics in Cambridge after we showed pictures of Granham's Road in Great Shelford, which, as you can see, is absolutely riddled with potholes. Richard, I don't know what the roads are like near you. Do you agree with that tactic, you know, to withhold funding?
No, I don't agree with that tactic. But number one, potholes are a curse for anyone who drives, and it's very noticeable. They have got worse over the years. I didn't know, Daniel, that there was such a thing as a pothole minister that you had to shadow. So shame on me for not even knowing that. But heaven knows what he or she was doing. But I would say good to know where things are. I think that really should be, and Daniel mentioned that different councils work effectively. Good to learn between councils who's doing a good job, for others can learn. But leave it with the local authorities to do it. Have league tables, but leave it to the local authorities to work it out. And I think, unusually for me, and this is one thing where I think you just need to give carrots, incentives to local authorities. I'm not sure the stick of taking money away as effective as the encouragement of some additional funds to come for people who do well. Doesn't need to be a lot, but I think a little bit can go a long way to help clear this curse from our roads.
Well, Richard, thank you very much for joining us down the line. Daniel, to you too. Thanks very much to all of you at home for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.